Shit they don't tell you about awakening, part uno of many. Let's do a series. The first and primary symptom that you have reached the post-awakening phase, or enlightenment, that's a loaded word, but okay, whatever, is that seeking ends completely. In the process of awakening, it's very normal to have a ravenous appetite to consume spiritual information and to figure oneself out, whether that be through the means of psychology, astrology, tarot, meditation, gurus, religious practices, doesn't really matter. But after the process of peeling back the layers, the strata of the psyche, to the point where the understanding of the true self, the knowing of the true self, becomes the default setting, seeking ends completely. Because the inner authority has awakened. The inner guru is tapped. When you really come home to who you are, there's nothing more to be learned from the outside. You're done out here. There's not an outside source. There's not a guru in existence. There's not a teacher, a way shower. There's nothing more to be gleaned. The inner guru is fully functional and operational, and that's the whole point. That's the whole point of awakening. You know, in the process of awakening, there are books, there are YouTube channels, there are podcasts, there are other gurus, there are teachers, there are friends, there are these things that are coming in to feed this constant hunger, this desire to know oneself. But as soon as you realize who you are, the inner guru awakens, and you realize that everything that was on the outside was a projection of this inner guru. And so not only the inner guru is awake and fully operational, but the sense of discernment is, so you know what's true and what isn't true for you. And so seeking ends. There's no more need for any more information, because any question that could possibly be asked, the answer is provided instantaneously by the inner guru. And subsequent to that realization and the sudden disinterest in consuming any and all spiritual or philosophical information, there's a sense of, well, okay, what now? What now? I've literally filled every minute of the last, fill in the number of years, 20 years here, looking closely at this and trying to figure this out. And I've arrived. So now what? And there can be a phase of adjustment, kind of like, a post-awakening blues, where you get reacclimated to the fact that this is it. This has always been it. There's no thirst or hunger for information anymore that would serve as sort of a distraction to quell the boredom of existence. This is it. In that stage of like, well, what do I do now? The mind can kind of regress slightly into a state of wanting to superimpose that emptiness, because true revelation is the understanding of the emptiness of it all. And that's not nihilism. Nihilism is sort of looking at the show and saying, well, this is all meaningless. Enlightenment, or post-awakening, is seeing that there never was a show. And furthermore, life's not the big show, the one who lives it is. The character. And that there's nothing more in this charade for the true self. It's all for the character. And once the character leaves, there's nothing in this for me anymore. So not only has your seeking ended, but any hope for this charade to quell the boredom of existence. There's no satiating the emptiness that is existence. by plastering over it with experiences. There's no experience heightened enough to fill the emptiness. There's like two extremes of understanding the void of existence, the emptiness of it all. On one hand, you've got people that have had dissociative experiences and they realize the emptiness, and that sort of leads to sometimes a lot of substance abuse because they need a more and more heightened experience in order to try and feel something in this vast emptiness. And on the other side of it, you've got enlightenment when you realize everything is completely empty and there's no fullness in experience. Post-awakening blues sets in. And the post-awakening blues is kind of like, have you ever seen a child blow a bubble? And you're looking at this beautiful, fantastical orb that's all purple and aqua and pink. And it's just light as air, and it's floating there. And if you were to take a pin and pop that bubble, the post-awakening blues is like the fraction of a second after you pop that bubble, and the character mourns for its very last moment as a character, the fantastical charade. See you in the next one.
Your life's going down the toilet.
Shit they don't tell you about awakening. Par dos. Par due. Dating? Dating, you say? Oh, that's funny. That's hilaire. Molto hilarioso. How in the hell, after the knowing of the true self dawns, can you just give yourself to anybody? Discernment is operating at a level unprecedented. The sense of discernment is at such a high level that you know within 14 milliseconds of meeting someone if there's something there for you.
Can I see you again?
Hell no.
Do we have unfinished business? Do we? Or do we not? Because most of the time, they may as well be NPCs. You know what I mean? And then every once in a while, once every 10 years, somebody gonna come along like a hand on a harp. Ring! Oh, there's some sympathetic resonance there. What is this? Is this karma from a past life? Were you a mortal enemy that just looks so great to me now? Were we samurai in a past life and we have unfinished business? Oh God, that's my favorite. Let's kill each other. Or, are you my soulmate, my twin flame? Please, no. In post-awakening, we don't tell ourselves stories. That is one thing that ends decisively. There's no more stories. You know who you are. You're the absolute consciousness. Everything else subsequent to that is a thought. Hence, it's a story. Hence, it's a lie. So there's no more storytelling. There's no more overlaying on top of what awareness is perceiving with a story. That doesn't happen. So without the romanticization and the conceptualization around what is presenting itself, you're just laid bare with discernment. Am I gonna do this or am I not gonna do this? And most of the time the answer is no, because there's nothing there for you. There's nothing there. See, here's the thing that most people don't really understand about magnetism. In order for there to be chemistry, the zing, there has to be something present in this outside object that is embodying something that you don't see about yourself. And once you reach the level of attainment, spiritual attainment, there ain't much that you don't see about yourself. Hence, you're not really attracted to very many people because there's nothing in it for you. There's nothing that's sort of, vibrating that psychic sense to be like, oh, why am I fascinated? There's no fascination because there's nothing in it for you. But every once in a while, ring. What's that? Is it the one dark fucking last resort of my psyche that I haven't seen yet that's gonna kill me? Or is it love? Is it divine love?
I'm a wolf. You run to the wolf for me. That don't make you no lamb.